What's up, you guys? Nathan Bell here, doing a Marvel Legends review on the Spider-Man series Build-A-Figure Rhino Wave Ghost Rider. So, before we get into the articulation and figure comparison, let's take a look at this sculpt work and the paint apps. I am just geeking out over this figure, man. To me, this is the best Ghost Rider figure made to date because I'm not a big fan of the Toy Biz ones. I just think that their bodies weren't proportioned well. Too skinny, just, I don't know, man. I didn't really like the Hasbro ones either, the big, bulky, armored ones. I believe they make a blue and a red one. I actually saw both of those in stores, and I passed on them. So, you know, there's really no paint on the boots, but you do get some silver belt buckles on each side, and then there is also these straps that aren't painted. Let's see if I can fix my lighting, just so you guys see those a tiny bit. You kind of see the sculpt work in there. It looks very nice, but there's just no paint at all. His pants are just black. And then he does get this silver belt that's got the silver belt buckle in the middle. Then it's got all these kind of like notches going around that are painted silver. You can see how I got a mispainted one on mine, which is not a big deal. Nobody's going to ever see it. Then in the front, he does have these nice sculpted little buttons, man. There is some like really small detail in there. It's kind of really hard to pick up on camera. Well, when I turn it a little bit, you guys can see it. Then he has this kind of, I don't know if it's blue or if it's white. I think it's blue. Let me know what you guys think. This rectangle that goes around, that's painted very clean. There's really no bleeding. Then he does have this chain that wraps around, and you can take it off. You just have to remove the head, which I really don't want to, because I don't want to warp the plastic chain or anything. But it is painted silver, and it does have some nice black wash going throughout. So very cool, and you can move that around. It's not sculpted onto the figure. And then his face sculpt. Oh man, just look at that. His neck, if I can get that off, is just translucent, and you can see how they didn't skip out on the detail. You get some nice details into the flames right there. Then it also gets the spine with all the little notches, and very cool, man. He doesn't have like a ball joint hinge, which is okay with me because the head sculpt makes up for it. So it's just translucent. You get some kind of like oranges that turn to darker orange, then to red. Pop that back on, and then his head is molded in the same plastic as the neck, but they did add this kind of whitish tan, like dry brushing over it, and it just makes it pop, dude. You can just see how on the front it's kind of like that whitish tan, like I said before, and then you turn to the side, and then that continues the translucent plastic. That's kind of this very, very light orange, turns to dark orange, and then to red. Man, I'm just geeking out over this. So his eyes have this kind of neon orange inside, and then he does have pupils. I don't know if I can get those up on camera, though. See if I can fix my lighting. No, nothing, man. You can't see it. He does have these tiny little orange dots, though. So there is that. His arms just painted black. He does have some cufflinks that are sculpted. It's really weird, man. It's like the blacks are just different. They don't look the same. Like they're not molded in the same colored plastic. It almost looks navy blue in person, but on camera it looks black. So then his hands, just kind of some wavy textured lines going throughout. And if you don't know this, this is from the comic book Star-Lord body mold, and it is also from the AIM Soldier body mold, which I do have that figure, and I will do a figure comparison later on. So let's get into some quicker. Actually, no, he does have this new sculpted collar going on, and that also has that whitish kind of sky blue coloring going around, and that's very clean also. You do get a little bit of bleeding up here, but that's not a big deal. So let's get into some quick articulation. So his foot can go about that far, it goes back about that, and he does have an ankle pivot. There is no lower calf rotation, but he does have a double jointed knee. He does have a upper thigh swivel. His leg can kick up about, well, let me get it the other way. His leg can kick up about that far, goes back about that, and he can't really do a full split. He does have a waist swivel, so I can focus on my camera, and he does have an ab crunch that can go forward about that much, and then it goes back about that. He does have wrist rotation. That's also on a hinge, so I can go up, down. If you turn it, it can go side to side. He has a double jointed elbow, which my lower forearms are really loose. It came out of the packaging like that. If you're having the same problem, please let me know in the comments below. So he does have that double jointed elbow. He does have a bicep swivel. His arm can kick up about that far, while it can go up about that far, and it can do a full 360. And his jaw is articulated. How cool is that? So that can go down about that far, almost all the way to his neck. So he doesn't have the ball joint hinge like I stated before, so he can look up about that far. He looks down about that. It can turn side to side, and it does have a little bit of a pivot. So let's do some figure comparisons with other Marvel Legends. Here he is next to the AIM Soldier, and they share the exact same body mold. The only differences are the shoes are different, and the belts are clearly different, and then the hands are the exact same, but these arms, the lower arms are different. He has gauntlets, and then the collars are different. But other than that, it's the same exact body mold. And here he is next to the Scarlet Spider that is also from the Rhino Build-A-Figure wave. So there's my review, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!